think The Rock was in
Yeah,
Doom.
we The Rock.
Yeah. The Rock was in Doom. He's a beautiful starlet.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you know. That's
And
what
he's
you're
very
into.
nice.
No,
Nicer than he needed to be.
I bet.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Good
He's really nicer than he
Yeah.
needs to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good guy.
That's awesome. So with Quake Champions, like, what's it been like kind of returning to Quake? I feel like with Doom, there was that essence of just like, okay, let's distill this thing down to the essence, but modernize
Yes,
all
so,
around it. But like with Quake, it's multiplayer, so there's still a lot of, like, people have those expectations about this and that and this feel
That's
and
the
this.
thing. So it's a Quake game. So the greatest thing about it is that it's a Quake game. The thing that works against it is it's a Quake game. Because there are people that love Quake 1, Quake 2, Quake 3, Quake 4, and they all have something different in them. So when Champions came out, people would be like, I don't like the speed of the rocket launcher. I don't like air control. I don't like this. Make it like Quake 4. Make it like Quake 3. Make it like Quake 2. So there's that. But I think we've kind of balanced it out, which with the Champions, it's helped. Because we have some champions that feel like Quake World. Some champions feel like Quake 3.
Right.
So that has helped. But
And the cosmetics, so you can unlock the proper rocket launcher skin. And,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, and today one of the pro players from Team Liquid played with the Quake 1, rocket launcher and the Quake 2 lightning gun and stuff. So that was cool. But yeah, that has been a challenge to get everyone's ideas of Quake because people have these memories of Quake.
Right.
I was in college and I played Quake for the first time. Me and my dad used to play Quake together. So they take these memories and they project them onto what they're playing. And if it doesn't match that memory, then they're like, you ruined Quake for me.
Of course, yeah.
So it's been fun. I can say that. It's been a bit of a challenge to know that if you make a game that you love, there's a good chance that other people will like it too.
Right. Right.
Yes.
And how much? But I mean, this is like a legitimate question today, right? So we're more and more shaped because we do have rapid user feedback, right? But then we tend to hear the most vocal the most,
Right.
Right? And then that can really tilt.
Yes.
Not necessarily in the best place that everyone else is going to like the game because the loudest voices tend to be
For sure. Yeah.
rise to the noisiest level, and I think that's. You said it, which is build a great game that we love. And so you Quake, oh, you killed Quake for me because it's not like Quake 4. Well, that was fucking Quake 4.
Yes.
Right?
And
we gave you that game. We didn't ruin Quake 4.
Theoretically,
We're
you could
evolving,
go still play
we're evolving
Quake
the
4.
franchise, right?
You
And
go
if you can
play-
take that into that next realm, but it's like, you're going to suffer some backlash. You know you're going to do it. But you got to...
Because the people that
gotta
love it
push it,
are
right?
playing.
Right.
The people that don't love it are like, I don't love it.
Right.
Send.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's I went back and forth because I still have like Quake Live installed and still play a fair amount of that, and I'm terrible at it now, as it turns out. But that's okay. I still enjoy myself, and so it's been interesting seeing, kind of Quake Live as kind of this continuation of the Quake 3 legacy, and then getting into that Quake Champions beta and going like, oh, they've made some changes, okay, all right, but it still has the basic feel.
Yeah.
And then over the course of, week to week as it's been shaped, kind of seeing it and going like, this is a good, great looking arena shooter.
So in our production, in our path, the first milestone was make it feel like Quake. So, we just got it in as fast, got everything working, got some outside people to come in, play it. Does it feel like Quake? Yes. Okay, good. And then we're done with that. Then we started to focus on the other
So
things.
hours to play, hours to... How are you figuring that out on a purely live,
I mean, we have some stats on what people play and how long they play. And playing Quake Champions or any Quake game can be physically draining. So we know that most people really only spend about 30 minutes a day playing.
Really?
Yes, most people can't really handle more than that. The hardcore people play all day long.
Yeah.
But so you take your average, kind of put people in the pool, you draw a curve, you kind of figure out, this is what we need to make. So there's more math behind it. Originally, we just made stuff. Like people were like, the quad damage is the greatest thing ever. We just made that up.
We put more Satan in this.
Yes,
ship
and
it.
it just worked.
Extra Satan, go.
There's this map that I made 15 years ago. Someone just today said it was so genius that you did not place a railgun in that map. I was like, that's because I forgot. I forgot.
That's true genius, man.
genius.
That's, you know.
So we were just throwing stuff against the wall. Now we're a little more scientific and stuff that we make.
Yeah.
But
Do you worry that the science sometimes ruins? I mean, you talk about feedback and knowing when to listen, but do you ever, either of you ever get worried that the science is going to ruin it? I know, like,
We're pretty lame on science.
yeah,
you know?
for us,
Yeah.
like, we've got access to all kinds of numbers and stats and time spent
Yeah.
and engagement
Yeah.
and all this stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm just like,
when you,
you know.
when you have you know, tournament play, when you have arena play, I think, you know, you're tracking analytic behavior at a much tighter level.
Yeah.
You know, when you have the type of experiences that we've been building, you know, historically, which is, you know, more into the category of single player, you know, story-ish action adventure game. You're going a lot more with your gut. You could probably be more scientific. We just like, where did they yell loudest? What did they like the most?
Sure.
You know, when were the death threats? And we can measure that, you know,
Yeah.
get a better idea of like what we should do, what we shouldn't do.
Would you ever even want more data out of that? Because I know, like, something like
As
like
we get
Mass
into-
Effect, you can opt in to, like, send them a lot of data about.
Welcoming that data,
Yeah.
you know, how much we process is another story.
Sure, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but and there's a part of it where you know, personally as a designer, I tend to think more like a film director, which is not necessarily a smart thing to say on this show, but I tend to think that way. So I tend to think if we have some ideas that can blaze some new territory, that can make it exciting, we should take some chances on it.
Yeah.
And it's tricky because if we talk about it early, then there's all kinds of potential blowback. You promised this and it wasn't in the game,
Right,
and it's like,
yeah.
I just learned, just shut the fuck up.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
until we're there and we really have the goods, and then we can tease at it in certain abstract ways.
Yeah.
But if we start getting specific, it's you almost can't win. You know,
And,
So
and
we-
you're just turning them into, like, all of a sudden now they're like, well, now I want it now.
yeah.
Like, well,
Yeah.
that's not, that was never the
And then
intent.
part of it, we pursue our own gut with it. Like, this is where it should go. This is where we feel it should go based on our experience with an IP that we've been living with for 20 years.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, there goes the hair. But, and in that,